Okay, welcome back guys. This is part 2 of the battle report between Cryx and Khador. 30 points MOSH PIT. And yeah, after turns 1 and 2, both armies have been inflicted quite heavy casualties and a little bit of stuff. Cryx's list there, Rich, if you want to have a quick gander at it. He took Mortenbra and Malice and a couple of scrap thralls and a couple of other bits and bobs. And this is just recapping from part 1 really. And me, just the same. I've got the Butcher, Beast 09 and the Winter Guard. Okay, Khador, turn 3, I'm allocating focus and I'm going to put 2 on the Juggernaut, upkeep in Iron Flesh on the Winter Guard, and I'll leave the rest on the Butcher. I then activate the Butcher and move him up. And cast full throttle on the Warjacks. Now warning, this is what I did is completely wrong. Beast 09 couldn't have killed the Machine Wraith, so what you're about to see cannot happen. I thought the weapon that Beast 09 had was magical, but it wasn't. It's just a normal axe. With that said, anyway, the Man of Wars moved up. I ran them up actually to get into MOSH PIT because I had to get them in by the end of turn 3 to have one. Okay, I activated the Juggernaut and he charged the Death Ripper. He misses the first attack and I do quite a lot of damage. I think I did 15 points of damage straight to the Death Ripper there from my extra attack I had to get. Anyway, I activate Covenant Joe and do the speech for the Motherland again, giving the Winter Guard boosted attack rolls, and then I ran him up into the MOSH PIT so he can give more command in there. I then activated the Field Gunner, and he took a shot at the Slayer. It hits and does 2 points of damage, I believe, and does 2 points of damage to the 2. And I activate the Winter Guard and continue spraying the Mechanothralls and Malice. And I kill the Mechanothralls off and did nothing on Malice, but I did get the Necrotech as well, which is really good, and that's the end of my turn 3. So, Rich's turn 3. Mortenbra allocates 3 focus to the Slayer, and upkeep Spectral Steel for 1 on Malice, and keeps 3 for herself. Okay, and then Rich activates Mortenbra and advances her over the wall and pops her feet, which allows him his army to re-roll any dice rolls, and casts Terminal Velocity, which allows special/charge attacks for free on Warjacks, which is very, very nasty, and they're all boosted as well against living models. Very, very nasty indeed, which I also think is pretty darn good. Okay, then he activates the Baroque Thrall, targets Covenant Joe. He hits on an 8. And unfortunately kills Joe with a damage roll, which is very, very nasty. Right, and then Rich activates Malice and declares a trample on the Winter Guard. 1 normal guard and the Standard Bearer and the officer are killed, but the other one had a free strike and missed, shockingly enough. Anyway, but then Daenerys is activated next, and Rich moved him up to the wall and cast Spectral Steel on the Slayer again. Getting really bored of Spectral Steel, but anyway, yes, he then activates the Scavenger, runs it up to attack the Field Gunner crew, as you can see, and he hits, and will he kill one? Yes, and he gets a 4, so that means 1 is gone. Okay, then he activates the Slayer and charges into Beast 09 and begins to attack the Beast. Okay, his first attack is a special attack, and that's a hit. And then he decides to re-roll for damage, because that was definitely not a good roll, and he does it to 1 anyway, and does 11 points on his first attack. And then on his second attack, re-rolls again, and that's much better. and I think that does 10 points to damage 3, and then the Slayer's last attack I think does 7 points to the 1. So Beast's lost everything except his right arm, which is holding that powerful axe. Okay, Khador turn 4. Allocating focus, I did not upkeep Iron Flesh on the Winter Guard, and I put 3 on the Juggernaut, and I kept the rest on the Butcher. Now seeing the Warcaster wide open, I activate the Winter Guard, move them around to do a combined range attack on the Warcaster. And so I hit with 6 of them, and overall I do 11 points of damage to Morton Bra with these dice rolls. Very nasty indeed, I can tell you now. I then activated the Butcher, moving him up, going to cast a spell. I ended up casting Fury, giving him a +3 on melee damage rolls, which is very nice. And then I pop my feat, which is very nasty, which gives everything an extra dice on damage rolls. I then activate Beast 09 and attack the Slayer, and then I do 10 points of damage to the 2, which is very nasty. And then this was game, ladies and gentlemen. I activated the Juggernaut and threw the Death Ripper and hit the Warcaster, killing the Death Ripper. Also, the damage on the Warcaster was too much, killing her. Very nasty. I've never really done a throw before, and that was pretty much the end of the game there. Okay, so Rich's man of the match, if you want to call it that, was the Slayer. Why was it man of the match, Rich?
Because it at least killed half of Beast 09 before it got splattered by an ice axe.
It pretty much did the damage on Beast 09. And my unit of the game is blatantly the Winter Guard, due to the fact that they took out all those Mechanothralls at the beginning. And then they did that huge amount of damage to the Warcaster, and they took on Malice, but only ended up losing about 4 or 5 or 6, so about almost half the unit. And that was my first battle report. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Please leave comments below and tell me what might need to be changed or tweaked, because obviously I'm going to do more in the future, and some good criticism would be nice to hear. With that said, guys, take care, and don't forget to subscribe to my videos, and also, if not, go check out my channel.